Whew. But it is Skellingtor. And I will be adding Junior soon because my dad yelled at me because that's his name. But it is Skellingtor Junior here, and I'm just playing. I saw this game in the PlayStation store, and it's one of the free monthly videos and or not videos games, and it just looks really cool. So I already started it, and but I barely started it, so we should be good. Just started it, but now I have to go check and see if shit's working. My channel. There it is. Meh. Okay, it is working now. I was out of tune, but oh, what's up, Josh? How's it going? Yeah, I saw this game in the PlayStation Store, and it just looked really cool. So I'm gonna be quiet. Well,
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
bad? What's bad?
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Oh, you can zoom in. Oh, that sucks. Oh my god, I didn't even see the deer. I didn't see the deer. But hey,
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
I can't really do that. Here, hold on, let me, okay, I see what's the problem. Options, sound effects. See how that does. No, I want the dialogue to be a little louder. Sound effects. Play. How does that sound? Let's see. Let's find out. Does this sound better? Let's see. Maybe it'll turn the sound effects down a little more. There, let's try that. Yeah, there we go. That's good.
The house
Okay.
was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
This game looks really
As a
pretty.
child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
I'm assuming I go back here.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Oh my god, Renee, shut up.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Oh my god.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Well, this is a very cramped home. Thought I saw something to do.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Oh, they had a cat named Molly? That's adorable. Holy crap, that's a lot of salmon.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
Jesus Christ. Look at all of this stuff. Oh my goodness. Is that a bong? No.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Huh. So far, this game is really cool. No, I'm not going up the stairs yet. Oh, shit. Okay.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Huh.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Oh, it's a cello and a violin.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
What? Holy crap. There are so many books. Nothing to interact with. I wanna go out there. Let me go out there. It looks so nice.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
I just now thought of that about how this could possibly be a horror game. But I doubt it is. From the looks of the trailer, it doesn't seem to be a horror game. But looks could be deceiving, and I don't know. There's just a lot to take in.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Drilled peepholes?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
It worked.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Walter. Hi, Brenna. Oh, why am I crawling?
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Yo, the fuck?
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Reading what? Walter?
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh, okay.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
What? Just like I had no idea. This was gonna lead. Okay. Oh, look at the owls and the mask. The owls are pretty though. The owl's pretty. Oh, look at the necklace.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Book.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay, I thought she was gonna eat a gerbil or something.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh my, I thought she was gonna straight up eat the gerbil. I was like, little girl, I will leave. Is there a lump in my bed? Gotta go.
I kept eating and eating.
Yo, don't you Oh, that's nasty. Do not eat gerbil. I
ate a lot of things that night.
That's plastic. No, don't eat that. Don't eat the gerbil. Oh god, that's nasty.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Time to eat the bird.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
The fuck? How does one cat? Waka, I'm coming for
I
you.
tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
She's a furry. Come here, birdie. God damn it. I'm gonna eat your ass. Literally.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Meow. No, Mom, Dad, nothing. I don't know where I'm going. Meow, 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 meow. I'm coming for your birdie ass. I can eat your ass. Come on. I can eat you. Hungry. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. I'm doing the butt wiggle of death!
I
Yes!
jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
What the fuck? Food. Sneaky,
I gobbled her up. And
I got
suddenly,
her.
I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
What the fuck? Yeah, this game is cool. I love this.
Rabbits.
Bitch, where? Oh, rabbits. Get over here, bitch. Get over here, motherfucker. I got you, rabbit. You're mine. I'm gonna eat you.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Oh, boy.
Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Okay. That was...
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What does a shark do? I don't know what it's called. I'll have to tell you later. Wee! What the hell?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean.
That's
Now,
better.
I was hungrier than ever.
How do I... Oh. I don't know where you went. Hiding from me. Hiding. Don't. I found you. If I can just control the game properly.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Oh, that's a seal. Go up. Oh, okay. There he is. Eat it. Eat your ass. Pounce! Over here, frickin' seal.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
I tore off the flipper, it's like blood. Where's the blood? There has to be blood somewhere. Ah, I knew it. Smell it. Trail.
I grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Here I come, boys. I'm coming to eat you.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do
Guys!
with a drunken sailor? Alive in the morning. His belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor. Alive in the morning. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Alive in the morning.
Yeah. What will you do with a drunken sailor? I don't want to get copyright, so I'm gonna not do that. I'm not do that. I don't know if that was supposed to happen. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Options. There's no... I don't... I don't know what to do now. Okay, turn up the brightness. I don't like that. Okay, well, guess we gotta start. No, but I don't. I'm just gonna start over. Because that completely, this is what it's called. Here, there you go, Josh. You can, that's what it's called. Okay, now we gotta, let's pass through all of this stuff.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk through all of this because, I already know what happens. Oh wait, you guys didn't see this part. We all know.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Get out of the way. Yeet. Can I just walk off? No. I thought it was gonna let
In her
me walk
will,
off and I was
my
about to
mother
walk.
left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Ooh, look what I found. I found secret. Well, I guess it's good that
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
guess I do gotta cross this.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Oh, it's just a fucking dumb fuck. Whoa.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
No, yeah, well, this I wish
As
I
a
could,
child,
like,
the house
right.
made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't
yeah,
put
I
into
know,
words.
I know.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Come on, I'm just gonna skip a lot of this. The majority of what I already explored, because I've
Crawling
already
through the
done
doggy
most
door
of
used
it.
to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Saving. How do I go back to my saves? Options. Credit. No. No, I don't want credit. Okay. Well. Alrighty.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Drilled peepholes. Oh, drilled peepholes.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Aw. What's this one? Gregory?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Oh, pigeon. Eddie.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Okay. Well, I guarantee we're gonna unlock all of these rooms. We just... okay.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Walter.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Uncle Walter is a lizard.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh, shit.
Just like I had no idea where all this was
Yes,
gonna lead.
Walter is your son. Okay, back to the point to where we actually were.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke
we're
up
gonna
and I
eat
was
this?
starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
So, first of all,
The
We're gonna
gerbil
eat the
food was
gerbil.
dry, but I didn't mind it.
gerbil. Why didn't we just eat the fish?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Oh, you thought about eating the fish. Damn. Yeah, Josh, I know. We're there. We're back to the point where we were. Is there something else I'm supposed to do?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
I ate all of it. Fat fuck.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Bitch, I'm fucking hungry. You never feed me. Bird? What did I do? Looked at my bed, said it was lumpy. Oh. Oh yeah, I ate the fucking toothpaste.
I kept eating and eating.
Toothpaste. I'm not watching this. No, I don't know why that grosses me out.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Plastic.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
Now! I'm coming
I
for
was
you,
a cat.
bitch ass.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I gotta fucking shake. Surprise. Shake.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Goodbye, Mom and Dad. You never feed me, so I turned into a cat so I can eat food. Come on, go. Oh my god, I heard the cat meow and I thought it was mine.
I jumped and I almost got her.
I don't know if that's Cleo or not.
I was really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up.
I gobbled her up.
And suddenly, I was an owl. First,
There we go.
all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Fucking owl.
Rabbits.
Rabbits? I'm seeing no rabbits. Rabbits! I missed. Yeah, I missed terribly. Rabbits. I saw the word rabbits disappear. Yum.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Mama rabbit.
A mama rabbit.
Mine.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Okay, we're almost there. Ow, my face. Yeah, because being a shark, just randomly turning into a shark is normal.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
I'm coming for your seal booty. Come here. This is probably gonna... Oh, this one's probably gonna take the longest because...
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
This one was one of the... So far was the hardest. Bitch. Yes, I got you.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh, look at the wee
I
talk
grabbed
trying
on
to get
tight.
away.
When I
Mine!
was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
There we go.
When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Okay, let's not be dumb this time.
Now I was
Stay
a
away
monster,
from that one
and I
side.
smelled people everywhere.
At first I thought this was a snake.
I was big, but I moved real quiet. I
Real
wanted
careful.
to stop, but also I didn't.
Drunken sailor, what shall we do with a drunken sailor alive in the morning? His belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor alive in the morning.
Okay, there has to be a way. What's over here? Okay. Well, I don't want to, fly again. So let's not do that again.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. Across the water, I smelled a balloon, something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I don't know what I'm eating. Now I've actually made it to I finally got past the part. Oh, I know what
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
What the hell?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
All right. Yeah, that's
This
exactly
would be
what I was
obvious later,
thinking.
but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. What the hell just happened? What did I just
spent
do?
a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up, what is that? Hold on. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Her room was like a museum.
Here we go again.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Johan?
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
The hell?
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Oh, geez. Do you see all of those people that I have to do? Wow. Oh.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Okay.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Okay, then what the hell? Now what the... Oh, door.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
I wish I had this carpet. I want this carpet. Look at this carpet. Oh my god. I want it. I want that carpet. And I want it in pink.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Yeah. No, oh no.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah, it is, and I want it. No, what the fuck do I... Oh, here we go. Another book. There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Nignog, what the fuck?
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Yeah, Brenna, the carpet is hot. I don't know if I said that or not, but yeah, it is hot. I love that carpet. I want it.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
You've already said that, but okay. Hell out of the way. Oh no. Oh no.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Where is he? Right down there. Calvin! Here we go.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
So
My brother said
relaxing.
he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
I will do this.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
or maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh, bro, I don't like this. All the way around. Oh no.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Bruh!
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Dude! Okay! Jesus Christ. So this is basically, just how all of them
After the
died.
funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said
no.
Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Ooh. This is so cool. I love this game. Yeah, he did fly off the side and fucking die.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Bitch. I see the next slide.
Rick? Are you
She
okay?
found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I'm a whack a bitch.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear! Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
You're dead, Walter. Swear to God, if I keep hearing this song.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And whoever he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
No, just this part is horror. This part is just horror. The whole game isn't horror.
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
The whole game isn't
Molly's
horror.
door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groan. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
I'm coming. Yeah, this game is really awesome. Yo, it's a mix of like everything. It has horror in it. Oh fuck.
The Hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Swear to God, if he pops out of nowhere.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I wanna... You're deaf. Okay. Now I'm gonna write that down in my book. I'm gonna write that down in my book.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Wait, where was the... I'm gonna go into the basement now.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Ooh.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
This game is so freaking cool. Where's that music box? Oh, the music box is downstairs. Yeah, okay. Let's see. How long am I gonna stream? I've only been streaming for an hour, so probably like another hour or so. I might go through the whole game, possibly, or like a decent amount of it. Huh. I don't know about this one, Chief, though. I will. I'm gonna stream. I might try and. I'm gonna try and stream as much as I can. Wow, look at the basement. Okay, there's no dialogue. I was expecting there to be dialogue when I first entered the basement.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I would have gotten the tetanus shot just because
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Carrying packages. Bum bum bum.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
I can't.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Whoa, look at this.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Jeez, how far into the earth did you go? Walter! Yes, Walter!
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Orange.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Down. Yes, down. Down we go. I'd like to know what this is.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
What? This is such
Whatever
a cool
killed
game.
Barbara. And Molly. And Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake.
Oh my god.
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
What am I doing? Breaking a wall, I think.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with 1 new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Jesus! Time to draw Walter.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Yes, I'm going down.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
This game is so pretty.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Want me to go into the water? No. That's a no-go.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I can't see shit. Maybe because I'm leaning. Pulled my headphones out. Oops. Oopsie. Who's?
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Whack! Right in the forehead.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh boy. That's a little morbid.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
I'm guessing those 2.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Barbara Finch, Walter Finch, Edie Finch, Stephen Finch, Calvin Finch, and Mom. Oh, okay.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Aww.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gregory, Gus, and Sam Finch.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
I thought that said Clamar. Brenna, I thought that said... Ah! How weird would have
There's
that
so many things I
been?
wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
It's a treehouse.
But looking back on it now,
oh, yeah.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Ooh, I made it. Yeah, this
I never
game is
met
so
Grandpa
cool.
Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
This game, okay, I'm gonna take a second to say this. This game is so cool. I looked at it in the store, I'm like, I guess I'll install it. And it was next to some dumb looking game, but I'm not judging a book by its cover, because when I first saw this, I was like, this game looks kind of dumb, but I'll play it. And now I've been streaming it for like an hour and 20 minutes, and it's such a good game, or whatever. This deadass could be a movie. For you guys, I mean, it's pretty much a movie. But oh my god, I love it. Okay, we can continue on now.
They were both pretty intense.
Yo, was that deadass Molly? Molly? Squirrel. Oh, there's his over there, but I don't wanna... haven't gotten a single achievement.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I don't know how I'm supposed to interpret that. Whoa,
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Yeah.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
What am I looking for?
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Nothing quite like being outside. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Pretty.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
No! Ah!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
That one got me. Oh, that one got me. Oh, tears. Oh, that one got me real bad. That one got me. Ooh, I think I woke up my mom. Oh, that one got me real bad. That wasn't funny. Oh. Okay. I crying. I definitely crying. Oh. I've got teary eyes now, but oh boy. Do I have to climb up more? Am I looking for another book? Maybe it's in the case over here. No. Aha! Okay. Oh boy. I always talk at the
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Yeah, I always start talking at the worst time. Gregory? Yeah, Josh, I know you have zero emotions. It's fine. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh no.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Bath time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Oh, get the
what
ducks.
his world was like.
Oh, come on, give me the ducks. I have so many duckies.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw.
Want the whale?
It sure made him happy.
Yes! I love this! I love it!
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
No, my ducks.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Meme.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Oh wait, too much, too much bubbles, too much water, too much water.
I don't understand. About Gregory.
Oh my god, I'm a froggy.
About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
My controller my controller just made a frog sound. My controller just ribbited. It ribbited at me. It went ribbit. It croaked. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's about 8 people left. My frickin' controller just croaked. Oh, Gregory.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Oh, Gus, alright.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I remember. When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
That's awesome. I love this game so much.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Is he gonna... I swear. If he gets... If what I think's gonna happen happens...
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power, but all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Oh boy. I have everything. I am God.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone. Just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Alright, there's Gus. Alright.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
6 more. 6, 7 more. Hell yeah. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 more actually. 4 more, I think. I'm not sure. 4. I think. Is there a pole? It's a punching bag. Never mind. It's not a pole. Yeah,
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
I'm just gonna finish it. Good night. Alright, yeah.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, look at how cute too. Look at how cute they are. 9.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Louis was born a year later. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish it because this game is...
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Yeah, because this game is amazing.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Milton?
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Oh boy, how am I gonna get into here? Like this. My questions have been answered. And kaboom. Whoa, this dude is amazing. I wish I was this good at art. To finish it. Wow, bruh. How did I do that? How did I climb? I'm not very good at climbing. Whoa. I'm a little chubby. Where's my shrine? There's my shrine. Milton. Hold on, I gotta look at this. We got Louis, Milton, Dawn, and Eddie, or Edie. So after Milton, there's only 2 more. Man, I don't want this game to end. This is such
Milton
a good game.
Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Milton. I already did Gus.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
That leaves 3.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Like, can I just admire how beautiful this game is? Like, look at that. Look at this place. Look at how beautiful this game is. It's so freaking pretty. I love this game so much. So good. Oh, okay, come on. That was nice. That wasn't very nice of you. Stairs to the side. After this one, then show me one more.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he
Oh no, it's Louis, then Edie.
graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh, well, what's up here? Before I go do Louis. Oh, nothing. Nothing's up here. Once I'm done with this game, I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna replay it. This game is amazing.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Marijuana. Get a bong and weed. Where's the shrine? There's this stuff.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
weed. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to
wander.
Oh. Ooh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Almost just cut my hand off.
And things that have not names.
Hold on, let me do this fish real quick. Let me get this fish done. Okay. What? Yeah, 10 out of 10 gameplay, I know,
He knew
right?
it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously.
Come on, get the fucking fish.
I had hoped he'd find himself.
Whoa. Wow, that evolved fast.
But he found something more.
Whoa, that evolved.
I worried
real
about
quick.
him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
Oh, this is hard. Well, I'm not a multitasker.
I spoke with his boss.
Move the book.
But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Ooh, that's a wall. Yeah, you know
He told
what?
me he'd made a new friend.
Kyan, you've missed a lot about this game.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Oh, we already cut that fish's head off.
Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Hell yeah, bro.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
I'm focusing more on
Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for radiant rainbows.
Of course I'm gonna go for radiant rainbows. Oh, hell yeah. Radiant rainbows. Ooh, no.
He followed the sound of his silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Hold on, give me a second, fam. Okay.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Hey, Louis. Do I have to go?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Yo, look at Big Chungus over here.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His prince waited, holding his crown.
Oh no, am I gonna...
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. A and the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
One more.
My brother was really cool.
No, wait.
I wish you could have met him.
Did I do Dawn? I don't know if I did Dawn, so probably like two more actually? Give me a second. Alright, so. Okay. Now what do I do? Okay. Now. No. Okay. Back the way I came. I'm gonna go to the tip so I can look up. Get over there. I want to get over there. How does one... Okay, I'll just go back the way I came. Okay, never mind, I already did all of that. Ooh. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. Here, hold on. Fuck. I don't know. I just don't know where to go.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. Nothing. Okay. There's gotta be something in here then. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Okay, well, there's gotta be something. There was. There was something that I missed. See? I knew it.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
I think there's only one left. I think this is the last one, actually. No.
But it had to end one way or another.
I think this is it.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
This is it, boys.
last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
This is it, boys.
Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Oh.
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car and... I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
No, Grandma.
The next
Grandma.
morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
I do this all the time.
We both tried to make the best of it.
You just stick your hand out the window while you do this, like just enough so you can feel
A
the
few
wind.
years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest
Good job.
happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Oh.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh my god. Yo, I'm gonna cry. Such a good movie. That was so good. That was such a good. Oh my god. That was such a good game. That was like literally the best game I've played in the longest time. I loved that. And everything ends. Yeah, that was a totally a 10 out of 10 rated game. That was so good. That was such a good game. I don't know what else to say. I'm baffled. That was one of the best games I've played in a long time, and that's what I've been itching for because I lost my games. And once, yes, exactly. But once, I've been itching for something like this for such a long time because I've lost my games and I haven't been able to do anything. Finally, I got something. And I'll be getting my snack, eating it, and going to bed happy because I finally got something that. Ooh, I'm definitely playing this again. Oh, this is such a good game. Oh my god. Loved it so much. Maybe. I don't know, Josh. I will. I'll do it later. But overall, I would give this game probably a 20 out of 10. Like it was such a good game. Oh, I'm so happy at this game. Oh, I'm so happy. It was such a good game. Oh, the owl. cool if it could have been a duck. Peaches. Once the credits are over, I guess that'll be it. But this was a good game. See. Wow. The end. That was such a good game. Oh my god. The replay a story option is now available. Select Edith to play from the game. That was such a good game. Yeah, I know. I really don't wanna. I don't wanna stop. But I guess I gotta stop now. That was such a good game. Oh man. Now that I think about it, I have other games installed that I just haven't got the chance to play. That's what I'm gonna start doing. What's today? It's Tuesday. I'm gonna try and start a schedule now. Because, oh man, this was like a really good stream. I got freaking 16 people, 16, 17 people. I'm gonna try and get a schedule. Today is not Thursday. Today is Tuesday. Today was Thursday, I wouldn't be streaming. I have a concert on Thursday. But I'm gonna try and get a schedule. And I'm gonna try and follow that schedule. Oh, okay. I get what... Yeah. Okay, Josh. Well, I'm gonna try and... Once I figure out my schedule, Josh, I'll totally stream with you. And, yo, Brenna, if you want to just, like, talk while I stream, totally chill with that, too. You too, Kyan. You too. But I guess that's it. Yeehaw. Well, I'm probably gonna... I don't know. My idea for my schedule would probably be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and that over again. I would probably it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to upload on Thursday. So it might be Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out later on my own time. But that's it. I hope I hope you all enjoyed it, because I totally did. I loved this game. This is definitely going on one of my top rated games. But I hope you guys enjoy this. I will see you all. I'll see you all next time. Peace.